Assalamualaikum. I am Jawad Ahmad. Today we are present in our next economics class in which we are going to compare the Islamic economic system with other type of economic systems, namely as capitalistic economic system. So before we can start our class, kindly subscribe my channel so you can get all my videos on a timely basis. Let's start our class. Comparison of Islamic economic system with capitalistic economy. We have already studied in our previous classes is that capitalistic economy is a type of economy in which all the resources are in the hands of rich people. So all the decisions are made with the basis of free market economy or price mechanism. And where is an Islamic economic system, which we have studied in our last class, in which all the resources are owned and controlled by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let's start their comparison, which system is better and how it is better from other one. So let's start our class. First difference is a right of ownership. In capitalistic economy, individuals have unlimited rights to own private property. This may lead to wealth concentration. Concentration is accumulation. In capitalistic economy, all the resources are in the hands of rich people and all the decisions lies with them whether to produce more or to produce less. This ultimately leads to wealth accumulation, and that is, rich people become more rich, and the poor people will go down and down as all the resources are in the hands of rich peoples. Whereas in Islamic economic system, Islamic State also has the authority to nationalize private owned resources to prevent wealth concentration. In Islamic economic system, all the private owned resources which are more beneficial for the society as a whole, the government always try to nationalize them, try to own them, try to reach such businesses to provide their benefit to all over the economy, not to a specific persons. So in this case, wealth concentration or wealth accumulation decreases. Second is creation of monopolies. Monopolies are the single owned businesses or single suppliers controlling all the supply of the market. Means we can control the entire market by setting their prices, by setting the supply of the goods, and setting high barriers for new entrants in the market. So in capitalistic economy, private ownership of businesses results in monopolies, inflations, and unemployment. Means all the negativities increase in capitalistic economy when monopolies start creating their businesses. Whereas in Islamic economic system, public interest businesses are maintained by government or maintained under joint ownership of government and private sector to balance the supply and demand. Here you have seen that the problem of monopoly have been covered by the Islamic system through public interest businesses or through joint venture of public and private ownership. In this case, nobody has the ultimate right to govern the market, and main power is in the hands of the government. They can control the demand and supply of the goods as per the demand and supply intention of the general public. So the rights of general publics are not sacrificed. Third is financial assistance, mean provision of loan and other financial activities. The interest is a source of capital formation in capitalistic economy. In capitalistic economy, the main incentive or main intention of the capitalistic person or private owner or private entrepreneurship is to increase their wealth as much as they can in a limited time span. So, interest serve them the best way. Whereas in Islamic economic system, charging interest is abolished in Islam. In Islam, you cannot charge interest with the people. So the lender and the borrower both help each other on the basis of sharing profit and loss and sharing risk and benefits. Islam encourages savings and investments through partnerships and profit sharing. So interest or riba is totally abolished in Islam. A Muslim state cannot allow an interest-based banking system or interest-based oriented private internship or private assistance. Next, next is economic freedom. Capitalism motive. Motive means purpose or objective is only profit. You know that the main objective of a business entity is to maximize the profit of their business. So entrepreneurs are free to do any business to earn the profit. Any here means any business, whether it is healthy or unhealthy for the society. But a capitalistic person will ignore this fact that this activity is unhealthy for the society. He will start doing this activity because there is maximum profit in it. For example, tobacco, gambling, and other side activities which are covered in black economy. As compared to Islamic economic system, halal goods or services are allowed to be produced and consumed. Means the consumer and the producer both have to consume and produce only halal goods and services which are allowed in Islam because due to their healthy competition and healthy environment for the society. Haram goods and services like alcohol, drinks, and drugs, gamblings are not allowed to be produced and consumed in an Islamic state, which is a very good benefit of a Islamic state that Islamic state wants to control the negative or black economy as well as it stops the consumer as well as the producer to produce and to consume such haram goods which are unhealthy for such person as well as the whole economy. Next one is distribution of capitalistic lead to unequal distribution of wealth because concentration of wealth is in the few hands. In capitalistic economy, the main objective is the concentration of wealth and more profit. So, in order to earn more and more profit, the business and the entrepreneurs or business holders usually deposit their money into such banks which give them high rate of interest, or they invest their money in such businesses which give them high returns. So, this will lead to concentration of wealth in only few hands, due to which there is a larger difference between the poor and the rich sectors of the economy. The larger the difference, the larger the negative economic growth will increase. People will start robbery and other different unhealthy activities in order to satisfy their wants. Whereas in Islam, Islam discourage to hold wealth. So, concentration of wealth is prohibited in Islam and encourages to share the wealth for the welfare of the society through zakat and sadqat, which ultimately reach to from the rich people to the poor sector of the economy. In this way, the difference between the rich and the poor comes to an acceptable or satisfied level. So, rich and poor people can and live their life as they want to. Next is a relative scarcity. Scarcity means limited quantity, or showing that there is a higher demand in the market, but the available quantity in the market is lesser than the demand. Capitalism is based on the belief that resources are scarce. Therefore, a minority group with wealth holds most of the wealth, and other population cannot fulfill even its basic need. This is the pathetic environment in which the rich people are purchasing more and more luxury items, although they do not require such items, but they purchase them in order to show off their wealth, like purchasing BMWs, Lamborghinis, and other high qualities islands, even they do not require them. A simple car can also satisfy their demand, but they only want to show off their wealth. Therefore, they are investing their money more and more on such show off articles, also known as Veblen effect or Veblen goods or inferior goods. And on the other hand, the poor people do not have such limited amount of money that they can satisfy their basic needs. So it's a very negative impact of capitalistic economy in which one sector is increasing and increasing their wealth and another is unable to fulfill their basic needs. Islam is based on the belief that there are more enough resources to satisfy need of all. Islam believe on the equality, not on scarcity. Everyone should be both producing and consuming to ensure access to these resources. It doesn't mean that poor people don't also have such amount of money they can also purchase such show of goods. It means that they should have such amount of money or resources they can satisfy their basic needs which are necessary to fulfill their livelihood demands, or they are necessary to live a good life or a standard life. Last but not the least is the role of government. In capitalism, there is no or minimum role of government due to which negativity increases and the whole society have to suffer due to such non-existence or minimum existence of government. Whereas in Islamic state, public interest and welfare is protected in market through regulating different principles and rules. So here comes the conclusion. Your conclusion may be different from my conclusion, but in my opinion, we conclude that capitalism are materialistics, means they are dependent upon the material, on the satisfaction of material requisites, and they only look to satisfy the material wants. But in Islamic economic system, it provides a fine blend. Blend means mixture of materialism as well as spiritualism. So, capitalistic or capitalism is based on the satisfaction of material wants. Means such person will try each and every person or each and every possibility that can give him as much as profit, whether the interest of a poor person is secured from their negative growth or not. Wherein is an Islamic state there is a combination of materialism as well as spiritualism. Spiritualism means that there is always a feeling in the rich people that if they are earning more and more, they have to serve the economy in more and more beneficial goods. So, as per me, the Islamic economic system is far better than capitalistic economy. Hope the concept have been well explained. Let's meet in the next class with chapter number 2. So let's meet in the next class. Thank you for your time.